In just a few days, we have the brand new Tempest class dropping inside of Diablo Immortal, alongside of a whole new Paragon system that I've featured many times on this channel before, having been able to fly out to Blizzard and play it and share that experience with you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about or you haven't seen that, go to the main page of my channel, or maybe I'll link them up above in the corner, and you could go see what the new class and what the Paragon system actually look like. But a lot of people are asking the question, how do I play the Tempest? Now, this is a pretty easy answer for many people, but a lot of people don't know the different ways that you can experience this new class, because it doesn't just have to be, oh, you can swap classes. In addition to that, there are a few things that I have been drastically neglecting on my account. I am not sure if I'm going to put that in today's video or not, but let's get through the details of how you could play the Tempest before we go any deeper into my neglect. Hope you guys are all doing well and had a great weekend. Let's go into this to start things out. How to harness the Tempest. It's given to us right here in the patch notes, and these are patch notes that I actually didn't go into very much because I was sharing with you guys my experience playing the game rather than the patch notes, which in my opinion was a better way to do it. There are many ways to harness the raw chaos of the storm. Which will you choose? On the 23rd, which is literally 3 days away from now, guys, the Tempest hub in-game to view 5 different ways to experience the furious new class, which is pretty nice. The Tempest origin quest, Relentless Tide. Dive into the past of a young Tempest defending the denizens of Sanctuary. In a brief cinematic quest line, learn several of the Tempest skills, experience the harness of the Cold Isles, and play through the fateful encounter that led one Tempest to go into exile and abandon her home. So I did share some of that gameplay on my live stream that I had with you guys last week when I played through the Tempest Origin quest. And as they said, very brief, but it gives you a look and a feel of what the Tempest is all about. It's a great way to start and to say, am I more interested in this class? Because it's something that is going to be prompted for you to do from the game. There's going to be the red dot. It's going to say, try out the quest. It's going to probably give you a reward for doing it. So that's probably the best place for you to start so that you could experience the new class for the first time. Then there is a Tempest Trial Dungeon. Wield the storm's full wrath in the Tempest's Trial Dungeon, selecting from 3 preset builds. Enter a trial dungeon with full stats and pre-selected gems to experience the full potential of the Tempest. The dungeon can be replayed as many times as desired. This is, in my opinion, the second best way to play the Tempest if you're unsure, if you don't know exactly how you want to play it, or if you want to play the new class. This would be your next step. Okay, the campaign, that little story that we were given was kind of cool. The Tempest seemed all right. Now let's try it in a dungeon. Let's see if we want to take this any further and really invest more of our time. And as you could play it multiple times, there you go. And then we have, of course, the Fractured Plane, which if you recall, when the Blood Knight came out, they had a Fractured Plane where you played as the Blood Knight, no matter what class you were. Here they're doing that again, but with the Tempest, so the Fractured Plane will return this week with the Tempest as the character to play. The Deluged Plane is a special edition of the Fractured Plane where you can try playing as a Tempest to experience and tinker with different playstyles before fully committing to the class change. Deluged Plane will also be a great place to try out new legendary items for those who enjoy making their builds shine as bright as possible. Emerging Triumphant will earn you a Tempest cosmetic and legendary gear. Wow, okay, so the value here is huge. 1, you get to try out the Tempest and a whole bunch of essences. Remember, in the plane, in the Fractured Plane, you get different essences that you could essentially mess around with, see if you like them or not. Great way to test it. Not only do you get the normal rewards that you get from the Fractured Plane, which is actually quite nice, but you're also getting a Tempest cosmetic, so you don't have to go rocking the normal look if you class change. So I would say that this is the third best way, and it's also going to be another thing that you are going to do no matter what. You're going to want to do the Deluged Plane or the Fractured Plane, even if you decide not to switch to the Tempest, because It's a game mode that's going to give you really good rewards. It always does. In my opinion, it's always worth doing all of these events that the game has to offer at least one time through. At least one time through. All right, then we have create a new character and select the Tempest. I would not recommend doing this. This is, unless if you want to redo the whole storyline of the game, I would not, and in 2 years, I have not started a second character. I don't want to do it. I want to invest all my time into my main. I will farm on my main, and that's how I will play. Many people are different, which is okay. But you could start a new character, begin as an adventurer, and simply create a new character and start a new journey as your own fully customized wanderer of the North. Now, in doing this, you will have nothing. You'll be at no power. You won't be able to get any great essences right off the bat, because when you class change, you will have some things that you could play as. It's the worst way to play as the Tempest, in my opinion, unless if you really want to experience the game from fresh, from anew. Instead, I would recommend doing the class change. The class change is one of the best mechanics that's been brought to Diablo Immortal that was not here on launch. When I was at Blizzard, I literally class changed 3 times. I went from the Crusader to the Barbarian. I was like, you know what? I like the Satyr better. I went from Barbarian to the Demon Hunter. I said, you know what? Demon Hunter ain't that hot for me. And then I went back to the Crusader. All in 3 days. And with this new update coming, there is no cooldown on class change. And when you class change, you lose nothing. If I class change from my Crusader into this Tempest and I decide I don't like it after an hour, I could switch back and my Crusader is exactly where it was. If I want to switch back after 2 weeks, I can go back. My Crusader is exactly where it was. We lose nothing. Don't be scared to class change, guys. It's a great mechanic inside of the game. And it's something that I do every couple of months. I get bored of my class. I'm like, let me try out something new. I'm going to do it again. And then I'll probably always come back to one of my favorites, which is always going to be the Barbarian or the Crusader. So my plan here, starting on the 23rd in 3 days, is I'm going to class change to the Tempest. I'm going to rock that thing until the new battle pass, and then I'm going to determine, do I want to start the new battle pass on my Crusader, or do I want to start the new battle pass on my Tempest, because of the cosmetic, of course. We'll have to see how the cosmetic is going to look there. But here's what they say. You can choose to take your existing character and convert them into a Tempest. Class change is now available once you reach Westmarch, rather than upon reaching 35. So really, if you're a new player, as soon as you get to Westmarch, you can class change, which is like, 2 hours of gameplay? That's crazy. They're making it easier and easier to do that. Beginning on the 23rd, we've temporarily augmented the class change cooldown. For the first few weeks after the Tempest is released, there will be no limit to the amount of times you can revert or class change back to your previously selected class. So you could literally class change and then class change back. We should go for a world record. How many times can we class change in 1 hour in Diablo Immortal? That would probably be 120 times. Maybe I'll do that. Silly video, but those are the ways that you could play as the Tempest. 5 different ways. In my opinion, try it out through the little story they give you. Then go ahead and play through the then go and play through a dungeon. Then go do the fractured plane or the deluged plane, and then make your class change. Honestly, everyone should try the class. Why not? And as I sit right now, I talk to you guys about some things that I have been neglecting. And you will notice, if we take a look here, I did just get to my battle pass level 15. I look like a ninja. I mean, let's be honest. I look like a ninja right here, and it's not bad. It's not a bad cosmetic. I don't hate on it. I'm not hating on it. It's fine. But I'm gonna wear it for a few days. I always do after I get a new cosmetic. It actually looks cool with the swirling effect around it that I got from the other event. Inside of the game right now, we have a couple of events that we could partake in. Phantom Market, Survivor's Bane, Alley of Blood, Swirling Winds, all clans on deck. Get your rewards now. What I decided that I'm going to do is tomorrow, I will share with you the 2 things that I've been neglecting inside of Diablo Immortal. I've neglected them for too long, and I can't do it anymore. So make sure you tune in tomorrow so you can see what your boy has missed over the last couple of days inside of the game. And I will say, it's not Paragon level because I'm already Paragon just went to 1,330. I'm already at 1,334, and I just turned the game on. I collected all of my rewards from my mail, and I collected my week's worth of rewards from over here from all of my battle pass stuff. Haven't even started yet for the day. That will be happening soon. Plus, what I'd love to see here is if we could remove this 2,400 cap. I know we can't remove it in full, but can we get it to 3,500? I'm starting to realize it's very easy for a very active player to get to 2,400. An extra 1,100 wouldn't kill the game, and it would give a little bit more playability to some of us that have been playing and that put in a couple of hours a day. New battle pass though, loving that we can get the cosmetic at rank 15. It's a nice change, and I'm happy about it. Right now, my battle pass is currently sitting at level 24. Throughout the week's grind, I'll probably get it to like 26 or 27 just from getting rewards from my quests. And then I will wait until Monday to turn everything else in, where I'll probably hit 35 or 40, depending on how good the week goes. But will you play the Tempest? And if so, in what fashion? Will it be just from playing the game mode that comes out? Will it be from the dungeons, the deluged plane? Or will you actually class change? Or will you be one of the crazy ones and make a brand new class from scratch?